Admiral, should we be alarmed? Dapat bang ikabahala natin na yun, gumigilid o dumadaan itong Chinese carrier group na to sa bahagi ng Philippine Sea?
Hindi naman tayo dapat ma-alarma dito. But we are just, concerned. And we monitor them sapagkat hindi naman tayo lang ang objective ng mga to. This is part of their preparation to operationalize their aircraft carrier. So, natural lamang nadadaan ito sa kapaligiran natin.
Admiral, ito bang Shandong Carrier Strike Group, itong aircraft carrier na ito ba yung refurbished na Ukrainian aircraft carrier o ito yung first aircraft carrier na ginawa sa China mismo?
Ito yung, I think ito yung second na ginawa sa China. First or the second. Yung refurbished, ito yung pinakauna.
Yes.
Yung binili nito yung Ukraine.
So hindi pa to tested, Admiral. Pwedeng yung kanyang pagpapalaot ay bahagi ng kanyang pag-test.
Hindi, totoo naman yan eh. Yeah. Kasi alam mo naman eh, to fully operationalize an aircraft carrier will take years. Yung pag-launch pa lang at pag-recover ng aircraft, malaking trabaho yan. Expertise ang kailangan dyan.
Pero di ba...
Admiral, so we can describe the passage of the carrier group as innocent passage. Yun ba yung description nyo? Innocent passage lang yan through Philippine waters?
Hindi naman. Kasi dumaan siya sa Philippine Sea. Eastern seaboard natin yan, Pacific side. Pero labas ng ating EEZ. Nasa mga 230 nautical miles.
Okay, so
kaya
to clarify lang,
siya, walang violation naman.
Hindi siya innocent passage, hindi rin siya freedom of navigation. Wala siyang violation kasi labas naman ng ating EEZ.
Yeah, so that's clear, Admiral, that it's not within Philippine waters. We just have to correct the lower screen graphics on our screen. Yeah. But at the same time, Admiral, is this the first time that a Chinese carrier group has sailed on the Philippine Sea, on this part of the waters?
Dagdag, Admiral, sa tanong ni Patrick,
ito first time.
Kasama ba ito dun sa kanilang first military exercises sa ating EEZ, itong Shandong Fighter Carrier Group?
Una sa lahat, Ronald, hindi ito first time na naglayag ang kanilang aircraft carriers. Pangalawa, they conduct numerous training exercises. Kasama doon yung nauna na na-report din yung kanilang aircraft carrier. Sapagkat if you would like to operationalize an aircraft carrier, ang US, for example, they have been operating this since World War II. Even before World War II.
Okay.
So, it will take a lot of time. It will take a lot of, wag naman sana, lives. Sapagkat marami aksidente dito. Just to launch and recover an aircraft. Hindi ibig sabihin pag may aircraft carrier ay isang bansa, very smooth ang pag-operate niya. It will take decades to master an aircraft carrier and the launching and recovery of aircraft.
So marami pang, marami pang kakainin bigas tong carrier na ito. Kumbaga, parang ganun, Admiral,
marami pa.
So
marami pa. Yeah.
So given that, Admiral, you wouldn't, you wouldn't consider this as a potential threat or anything like that?
No, hindi siya threat. But we are monitoring them. Pangalawa, hindi na naman sa atin dumaan yan. Taiwan, dumaan sa Taiwan yan. Dumaan yan sa malapit sa Vietnam. So we monitor these developments in the region sapagkat apektado rin tayo.
Okay, so what's happening is really bagong carrier to, bagong gawang aircraft carrier na made in China. So what they're doing is they're just getting their feet wet, kumbaga. Nagpa-practice lang. Sailing.
Yes. Hindi pa natin alam kung fully operational ba ang kakayanan niya mag-launch and recover. Iba naman yung pag yung administrative na flight. Iba naman yung operational na mataas yung tempo.
Okay.
Admiral, ano bang rules dyan? Do they need to inform the Philippines o yung bansa na dinadaanan nila? Kailangan ba nila yun?
Not if they do it innocently. Innocent passage.
Oo nga.
So long as they will not do anything against the detriment of the safety and security of the coastal state. So, bawal magpalipad na aeroplano. Pag ang carrier dumaan sa territorial waters, bawal magpalipad na aeroplano. Mag-launch and recover.
So, itong hindi nag-alert sa atin. Hindi po nag-alert sa atin itong pagdaan nila.
Hindi nag-alert sapagkat hindi naman kailangan.
In relation na Admiral dun sa Commodore dun sa sinabi ni Ami, ito kasi nabalitaan ko itong Shandong Carrier Strike Group more than 2 weeks ago na papalapit sa atin. May kasama siyang mga several destroyers, frigates at saka support vessels. Bakit ngayon lang siya lumabas sa mga balita? Pero more than 2 weeks na sila lumalapit sa atin.
Yes, I believe nag-umpisa ito. Merong report, I think, from Taiwan or Japan na kasama niya isang Sobremeni class na warship ng Russia. So, doon naman ito nag-umpisa mga last week or a few days ago.
So, it was accompanied by a Russian battleship. That's why medyo na-alarm yung ibang countries. Admiral, parang ganun po ba yun? Was this confirmed, Admiral?
Actually, ang una na alarma dyan was Japan. Japan ang una na alarma dyan.
So was this confirmed, Admiral, that they jointly sailed this carrier group and a Russian battleship?
In recent history, I would say yes. Pero dati lang may ugnayan ang China and ang Russia. If you notice yung mga statements nila about the Ukraine war, supported naman ang dalawang ito eh.
The other thing, Admiral, nonetheless, it's not a threat. You're monitoring it, but nonetheless, this is the Chinese Navy scaling up, right? That's the context here.
Yes, the Chinese Navy is scaling up. This started in the early 1990s when they built up the naval power. So until now, they are still, mastering
how far away are they from achieving parity with the United States Navy? Yun na lang, Admiral.
In terms of numbers, nalampasan na nila.
In terms of damage, capability, Admiral.
Damage and capability, matagal pa to. Matagal pa. Pero kung pakinggan natin ang Chinese, ang mga bitaw nila, puro ito narratives na malakas sila, na sila ay may ganito. Which is actually part of their war-fighting doctrine.
Okay.
When you are strong, you show weakness. When you are weak, you project strength.
So what are they projecting here, Admiral?
Strength. They're projecting strength.
Because their Navy is still weak. Parang ganon. Ganun po ba yun, Admiral? They're projecting strength, they're flexing because their Navy is still weak.
Yes. And they will show na malakas na sila. But again, yung system nila have never been tested in combat.
Admiral, sila ba ay lumapit dun sa kanilang mga artificial islands sa Fiery Cross at saka Subi Islands? Pumunta ba sila itong aircraft, itong Naval Carrier Strike Group na ito?
Hindi pa, itong Shandong, hindi pa. Ang na-monitor natin was yung ibang warship naman nila sa West Philippine Sea. Not the Shandong Battle Group.
Admiral, nabanggit nyo yung Japan, pipirmahan lang ng bansa natin ni Japan of the Reciprocal Access Agreement. Ano bang impact nun sa Philippine Navy? Are you expecting stronger cooperation Navy to Navy with Japan?
Yeah, una sa lahat, it is the first step of a long process. Which will have to undergo legislation from both countries. And we expect the signing probably of the full agreement by first quarter of next year. We welcome this move. This will allow the Philippine Navy and the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force to interact more closely. This will allow us to have troops in Japan, then to have troops in the Philippine soil. Ito yung magandang opportunity for us to learn.
Admiral, alam niyo ba kung anong klaseng mga fighter jets, aircrafts yung dala nitong Shandong Carrier Strike Group? Para rin malaman natin kung ito ay talagang basically defensive or may offensive capabilities. Yung
biyahe na ito, I have to check kung anong dala niya. But ang generally naman, ang fighter aircraft nila, they have the J-20, yung pinaka-advanced nila, the J-11, the J-10. So, kung ano ang mga carrier variant sa mga ito, they could have brought the jets. They could have. I have to check kung dala nila.
Okay, maraming salamat.
Admiral, may iba lang akong meron kayong Navy na na-identity theft daw ng mga Chinese hackers yata, and she ended up being charged with tax evasion.
Yeah, si Lieutenant Mendoza, si Jessa. Ito naman naging biktima ito na identity theft. Maganda naman ang kanyang service record. So the Navy is very supportive of her. At sinabi naman niya ang katotohanan sa Senate inquiry.
Pero na-confirm na Chinese-related yung nakabiktima sa kanya?
Yeah, kasi ang mga companies na 193, dalawa o tatlo doon ay kasama sa mga target list ng mga POGO.
Pati pa.
Oo.
POGO. So ano ng status niya ngayon? Kasi pinailan siya ng kaso eh. Anong status niya with the Navy?
Ano naman? Okay naman siya. Hindi naman to fully supportive ang Navy sa kanya. Wala naman siyang kaso sa Navy sapagkat ito naman ay biktima. At maganda naman ang service record niya. So the Navy fully supports her.
Are you undertaking efforts to increase cybersecurity? Meron bang gano'n ng Navy rin? Kasi siyempre target din kayo ng mga ganyan eh.
Yes, actually it's the entire AFP. Kasama ito sa thrust ng ating armed forces when we modernize. One of the major thrusts actually of the SND, Secretary Sidoro, is to increase our capabilities sa cyber.
Okay.
Nasaan siya ngayon? Sige.
Anyway, Ami, yes. Last question, Ami.
Yan lang, at this point, nasa na ngayon yung level ng preparation ng mga cybersecurity? Philippine Navy lang.
I would say we have, ayoko naman sabihin na kami ang pinakamagaling, pero I would say that the Navy is at the forefront. Sapagkat maaga kami nag-umpisa mag-develop ng cyber capability. Pero nagtulong-tulungan naman ang Navy, Air Force, at Army on joint headquarters.
Okay. Admiral, maraming salamat sa oras nyo.
Salamat, Admiral.
Thank you. Thank you, Admiral.
Yes, maraming salamat, Ronald, Patrick, and Ami.